I mean, the guy to Terry McLaurin for the touchdown. Take a 15-3 lead, and then it's Allen again. The scramble. Oh, the defense. Nink, you have to be clutching your pearls watching this. Allen keeps the. Who does the rest? More poor tackling. Yikes. Washington 22-3 at the half. They were one of two teams to not have a halftime lead all season until today. More Andy Dalton. This time he's trying to scramble, but this is significant. He would slide here, and John Bostic would hit him and hit him hard. Dalton is down on the play. He would leave the game with the concussion. Bostic would be ejected for targeting. Washington would hold on to win this one 25-3. Here's Sal Powell with more.
The Cowboys' season, already on the brink of unraveling, collapsed on Sunday. The turnovers, blown assignments, and missed tackles that plagued Dallas at different times this year, quarters of soggy ineptitude.
We're not doing the basics. Let's quit candy coating it, and I can't stand up here and I don't know how to keep talking about. Whether it's we haven't had enough time together, or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, the schedule's set, and we need to continue to work because we need improvement each day, each week.
And then there was the vicious and illegal hit on Andy Dalton. After the game, Mike McCarthy was asked whether he was upset that Cowboys players did not get in the face of linebacker John Bostic.
It's definitely, a hit that caused a disqualification. But yeah, well, I mean, we protecting one another. So definitely it was probably not the response that you would expect.
You could hear it in Mike McCarthy's voice after the game. Fixing this issue won't be easy. At FedEx Field, I'm Sal Paolantonio, ESPN.
It won't be easy to sort of aptly describe Dallas's entire their past 6 games, their longest such streak since 1961. Their point differential of -67 is now the 4th worst in team history, and those other seasons on this graphic didn't exactly turn out well for them either, as we bring in Nink and Tim back. And Tim, we heard McCarthy there talking a lot about like fundamentals breaking down and things like that. Mm-hmm. Are we just blaming what we saw today on fundamentals, or how would you describe it?
Well, I mean, I think part of fundamentals is knowing what you're supposed to do. Defense in many ways is alignment, get lined up correctly, know your assignment, and then give great effort. I mean, you have to at least line up and know what you're supposed to do. Here's an example here. They're playing man coverage up top with the corner, but everyone else, in terms of linebacker level players, are playing zone coverage, and they're running a post-wheel combination, which leaves Logan Thomas, the tight end, uncovered. I mean, somebody's wrong. Here they're running split zone. Okay, all it is split zone. I don't know where Jalen Smith is going, but it gives Antonio Gibson a walk-in touchdown. We saw Trayvon Diggs earlier. Here he is. It's quarters coverage. You have the deep quarter for all intents and purposes. You're letting Terry McLaurin just run right by you. That's bad football. We saw it last week. In fact, I remember being on here week 1 with Rob talking about bad tackling and bad, fundamentals on the defensive side of the ball for Dallas back then. So, look, there are things that have not been fixed. That is a problem. And now as this team, struggles and the record reflects it and the season gets long, then what type of effort are you getting? This, to me, is a really bad situation. And Al, if I can, I will say this about Mike McCarthy, his comments on Andy Dalton. I understand Andy Dalton hasn't been there long, but a hit like that put him out of the game, that required a disqualified Cowboys offensive lineman, at least having some type of response to the player that knocked their quarterback out of the game, that is a really, really bad look for your football team.
Is that telling? I was going to ask you that, Tim. Obviously we're not advocating for violence here, but is that telling that they didn't even get in anyone's face after that vicious hit?
Yeah, I mean, again, now listen, Andy Dalton's a backup quarterback, hasn't been there really long. There just has to be some type of response. And it isn't just about the quarterback. if a defensive back got cut down the field late and a safety saw it happen, he would go after the wide receiver, like just to protect his teammate a little, and should do anything like that. But there should be some type of response to that, because it was clearly an illegal hit. It was clearly something that really is the league is trying to take out of the game. And so to have basically no response to it, which is why Mike McCarthy was asked about, surprising to see that.
What about you, Nink? What was your reaction to seeing that lack of response from the Cowboys?
I mean, the hit in general is a disgusting hit. I played defense, and when a quarterback's running at you, he's going to slide. I mean, he's not a scrambling quarterback. He's not trying to extend for more yardage. He's going down. You just put your hands down, you touch him down, that's it. You don't launch with your shoulder, and not going to be out on the field anytime. That play is uncalled for in today's game. We know the ramifications of those types of plays, so that needs to be completely eliminated. But back to the Cowboys, I think their season was over when the players were criticizing the coaches before this game last week. I mean, last time I checked, I haven't seen a coach throw a pass, catch a touchdown pass, to go out there and perform. You're getting paid to be a football player. You're not being paid to critique your coaching. I understand that coaches put you in a good position to win or lose, but at the end of the day, the players have to perform. You have to go out there. You can't fumble the football. You can't not block. You can't drop passes. You can't miss tackles. And if you do that, you're going to lose football games. So to move forward with the Dallas Cowboys, I think it's going to be very tough for Mike McCarthy to gain the respect of his team, because of the fact that really that team isn't a team. They're just a group of guys out there playing a football game. Hey, what are we doing after this one? We're just going to – you don't see a team out there. You see a bunch of guys running around not doing the right thing. So I don't see the Cowboys getting back to the winning column anytime soon.
And it looks like, for all intents and purposes, they've sort of punted on the season, which is a shame. In that division, there's still very much in the playoff hunt. I do want to get to, as we go from really some of the worst displays of football we'll see all day, to the matchup of the day. Of course, I'm talking about a battle of the